Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room again. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Borderlands, which has been around for ages and ages. And the reason I'm looking at this today is because there is a rumor from a very, very good source, Sean Garland, who has been in touch with the developer, and he says he's going to add audio bus and the ability to import your samples from different ways in the iPad. I would imagine audio share or audio copy paste, that kind of thing, which is desperately needed in this app. It's one of the best apps, the most original and great apps for manipulating granular synthesis on, well, not granular synthesis, well, I suppose it is, with various waveforms and sound clips and stuff like that. Okay, so just let me close this a second, open it up again. So when it first opens, this is what you get. It says, to use your own sounds, please create an iTunes playlist, and then you can do that. Okay, so what always put me off about this app was the ridiculously convoluted bollocks of creating iTunes playlists and stuff like that, because I don't like iTunes. I can't use this with iPhone box, it just doesn't work. So I have no choice but to use iTunes. But since it's supposed to be getting audio bus and stuff like that, I thought I'll give it a whirl. So I did. But anyway, it comes with these four samples pre-included sort of thing, and to make it play, you just double tap anywhere on the screen and you get this little cloud thing. You double tap the cloud again and you get loads of options, and you can have options here as well. So with these options here, you can adjust, see, the size of the grains playing. Let's just move it over here a bit. Now if you see, we move it outside, it stops playing, so we have to have it somewhere in here, but we can adjust the pitch as a low frequency oscillator, an overlap, the time, this is very nice, how many voices are hitting, volume, and pitch. I think I've covered basically everything there. And if we move the wave around, and we can resize the wave, we can go really big and get right down to just a little bit of the waveform, or we can make it smaller as well. Okay. I turn the volume down here, sorry. And we can rotate if we lose our thing. So, and these along the top here allow us to, let's turn it down a little bit. These along the top play the waveform different ways. Backwards, just forwards, backwards and forwards, and different envelope shapes. So you get the idea. And to get rid of a cloud, we can just drag it out the way. And the same works with a sample. We can just drag it out the way. But we can't get it back now without closing the app again and opening it up to get back the ones that were there. But anyway, you can have as many clouds as you like, I think. Which is very cool. And you can record your performance, and there's a nice user guide here. It says 101, and it's information, and like I said, you can record your performance. I haven't recorded anything, but you can then listen to them, and then you can access them via iTunes, so that's okay. But like I said, with the update it should be much better. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create your own get your own samples in there basically. So what we can do is just go to music here, and go to playlists, and we're going to now. So it's all on the iPad. Okay, so we go to playlists, and let's see. We want to new playlist. Now we have to call our playlist Borderlands, and we can save that then. And then we're taken to our music where we can have a little plus button. Now, anything that now I'm presuming now that you know how to get music into iTunes, so you can get any sample clip audio. This works better with samples that are less than 1 minute long. I'll show you if you try to load a complete track with lots of different, it's fine, but it will only load X amount of it. You know, you'll get a memory problem. But so, for instance, let's just scroll down here. Now, most of this stuff isn't on this iPad, okay. But let's just see. This is some that I put on. I have to find it. Sorry. Right, here's one here. I put that on. Now, when I hit it, it goes grey. Okay, so that's so we can carry on finding some more here. I'll put that one on. It says hair salon, which is like an advert that me and Joe did. Let's go down a bit more. Find some more. See, we have a radio drone transmission, which is a very short clip. So I'm gonna load one more. Find it. There we go. That'll do. So you can load more, obviously, but you know, you'll end up with a really cluttered screen. So anyway, we've clicked done. And you'll see that I've got 4 samples now in my playlist. That's fine, that's done with. Now the next time that we open Borderlands, they will be there. And there they are. Right, so let's just position these so we can see all 4 of them. So first of all, we're going to start by double clicking and making a cloud. And there's that, I think that's the radio transmission thing. And double click it again and we can have more voices hit as play when it's ready to play in. See what will happen with that one, but in particular if I place that there, I've made the area bigger so it'll hit every now and then. So you can see how cool it is. Make it very small. Of course, we can rotate our waves as well. So you can see how crazy cool this is. And that's for that one there. And when you record your performance, it will record everything that you do. So we can get rid of the clouds just by doing that. Okay, so the only problem is now I can't save this particular preset sort of thing, so it recalls the waves in there, and I haven't found a way to add to the particular Borderlands thing. So I want to do a new one. I'm going to have to, so that's why it's a good idea to record, and that's why it's going to be great when it gets the other stuff, so music. So what we're going to do now is just delete that. So delete that playlist and create another playlist called Borderlands, so we can have a new one. I'm sure if there's different ways to do this, people will say once they've seen it. But there you go. So now I'll show you what happens when you record, input a bigger file. So if I find one of mine and Joe's tracks, which are obviously longer, bound to be some down here. this everybody, like, because this is iTunes, everybody's music, so the kids' music's all on here as well. So, but it's not on the iPad. Let's see. Okay, so there's one called Naughty Angel that we did. Now, if I tried to import 2 now proper songs, it would only let me import the 1, and it would probably trim that as well. So we'll go done with that. So we've got 1 thing now, but I'll tell you what's really cool about this. We can get rid of that now. Go to Borderlands. I'll tell you what's really cool about this. It'll probably tell me that I've exceeded the memory limit reached. Some audio was not allowed to, but it's got a lot of it there. But what's really great about this now is that we can hit a cloud here. Let's make some adjustments to that. But because it's a full track, so because you've imported a sample with a lot going on, you have a lot of different ways to manipulate the grains within that sample. So it's not a great loss. It's really cool actually if you've got a sample. Now of course if you've made a sample with lots of different sections in it, say for instance, so you start with a drum beat, then you have a sequencer, then you have some other stuff, and you keep it in key or whatever, that you can place the grains, because you can expand this thing. So you see why Borderlands is like the craziest cool granular synthesis manipulation thing. So I mean, granular means it takes tiny snippets of audio and loops it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, it is a fabulous app. It just suffered from the iTunes thing, you know, and the fact that you can't have like a big selection of samples that you can choose from and drop in every now and then. But all that should change soon if it's updated. All right, guys, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.